Hello there my loves, how are you doing? This is Natalia and welcome to our interactive reading, our pick a card reading, or it's more like pick a crystal reading this morning, and it's Monday the 16th of November. We just had a new moon in Scorpio yesterday. I hope it was fair and favourable for you. Hello to everyone watching me on YouTube, good morning to you there, and hello to everybody watching me live. Going to be hopefully saying good morning to you personally, so drop a comment if you're watching me live at 11 AM on Monday the 16th of November. If you're watching me afterwards and it's the replay, please do drop a comment as well, because it's lovely to hear from you, to see who's been watching the replay, who did manage to catch this video, and I do appreciate all your comments so much. Now you'll see there's a little stars button at the bottom of the screen if you're watching me on I think it's on a mobile device. You get this. We're so close to the stars goal, so I was trying to raise 5,000 stars and we're on 4,359 stars. So if anybody would like to donate some stars this morning, all you have to do is just tap the stars button and send me some stars. Each star costs 1 cent. So not hugely expensive. And I will be doing a special autumn tea leaf reading as soon as we hit the stars goal, and I'll be going live as much as possible this week. I'm going to try and go live every day, but I don't know if I can, but I'll do my very best. So thank you for the stars already, Gemma Crow. Good morning to everybody. Right, I'm going to whip through and say good morning. Good morning to Gemma Crow. How are you doing, my darling, this morning? Hello Merlin Beatrice and Francis McConaughey. Hello to Marion Lagaker. Nicole South, thank you for the stars. Good evening my love, how are you? How was the new moon for you? Sandra Hughes and Christiane Cotterell, good morning and good evening respectively. Carol Bell, Lynn Hardy and Jackie Mooney are watching me, so good morning to all of you lovely ladies. Good morning to the lovely Sheila Alexandra Hamilton. That's easy for me to say, isn't it? Janine Smelt, good morning to you too, beautiful. Lotus Jones, hello there, love. Hello to Dawn Johnson, how are you doing? Elaine Sagar, how are you? How are you? Angela McNeil, thank you for the heart. Barbara Phipps, Jenny Bell is watching. They're both watching me. Do you know, Janine, you were the first person to hop on. There's always something about being the first one, isn't there? Makes you special today. Everybody's special, but yours. Very special. Oh, Nicole was out on a date at the new moon. Sexy Scorpio new moon. It's all about the intimacy. It's all about diving deep. So I hope that you felt the Scorpio passion last night, and I hope you were in time. You were home in good time before the pumpkin coach turned back into a pumpkin. Heather Jones is watching. Hello, Sonia Anders. Hello, Alvi. Hello, Joy Cook. Heather Jones. Did I say? Do you know my forgettery is particularly bad at the moment? Wee Scott is watching. Megan. Jane Sturgeon is watching. Kinga Mandela. Thank you for your order, Kinga. I'll be sorting your order out as soon as I come off being live. Breeder Kenny is here. Sorry. Caroline Brady, thank you Julie Hindmarsh for the stars. Marcella Hutchins, gosh, there's so many of you. Caroline Brady, Karen Williams, good morning Karen. Oh, so we're only 450 stars away from getting a tea leaf reading, and you know how much I love doing a tea leaf reading, so if you could contribute stars that would be wonderful, and then everybody can get a tea leaf reading. But this morning you're all getting a reading anyway. Sandra Yaskiel, oh yes you are. So this week I'm doing a crystal of the day rather than a card of the day, because I just thought it's nice to give you a bit of something every day, is a little daily boost, but also a bit of education, a few pearls of wisdom, a bit of knowledge about these crystals that are my favourites. So I've chosen my favourite crystals. Some of them you might not have heard of, but we started with selenite today. Now selenite, I've got this selenite candle holder that actually Julie Kubiak gifted me for my birthday. Isn't it beautiful? Look at it. And when you hold it up to the light, can you see it looks like the light of the moon, and it looks like angels' wings. So selenite is named after Selene, the Greek moon goddess, and it is known as the angel stone. So it's a stone that can help us to connect more with the angelic realms. It purifies us. We can put other crystals next to it to cleanse those crystals. So selenite, you can't get wet. So selenite's a crystal that doesn't really need cleansing because it's a cleanser, and it's very high vibrational crystal. So just say I've got this little carved owl and I wanted to cleanse that. I can just pop it next to that selenite and it's just going to get all of those cleansing vibes. So you'd never get selenite wet. It's not good for it. So it's really, really one of those that you have to be careful with. And if you do want to cleanse it yourself, best way to do it is just to waft some incense or some Palo Santo or sage around it. Or just to hold it and send your intentions into the crystal of what you'd like to remove and what you'd like to send into the crystal. So just a little tip today for you. So before we get on to the weekly angel messages, just going to say another few hellos. Teresa McElhill, good morning to you. Patricia Ash and Caroline Brady, good morning. Julie Hans is watching as well. Hello. Margaret McElreen. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your surname because I haven't got my teeth in today. Oh, Margaret, you know how you pronounce your surname, don't you? Baffled I am. Edith Perkins, good morning. Your name is so beautiful. You sound like a lovely, elegant Victorian lady when I think of your name. And it's going to be a great week, Kinga. You've already had good news. You've already had good news. That's fantastic. We need a bit of your positivity this morning, don't we, Julie Carpenter? We need to hear that the good news is coming in thick and fast already. Let me just turn this heater down. It's a bit warm in here. All right, my love. So I'm just going to get you thinking. Carol McGough and Moira Speed and Peggy Compton, good morning. Get you thinking about what you would like to choose for your interactive reading. We've got some pouches containing good things. So pink pouches this morning. Don't you just love a little velvet bag that's got goodness in it, and it's pink coloured? What can we say? Pink is where it's at. So we've got the selenite wand. So selenite's really fantastic. They can carve loads of really beautiful shapes in it. Look at that. Whoa, there's a lot of magic in that wand. Okay, and then our next piece of selenite is optical selenite. So I'll tell you a little bit more about that if you choose number 2, the optical selenite. So beautiful. And then the third one is a selenite generator point. They're all beautiful, aren't they? I don't think I could honestly say that there's a piece of selenite that I don't like. And do you know, when I first saw selenite, I didn't really like it. I was more into the polished gemstones, you know, those tumbled and highly polished and perfect looking gemstones. And as time's gone on and I've built my crystal collection, got on with crystals more, I've realised that the more imperfect they are, the more kind of bumpy and raw they are, the more I like them. I guess that's like life and people, isn't it? So let us get on to our weekly angel messages. Let us bring in the Gemma Crow card stand. That is officially known as the Gemma Crow card stand. It is because Gemma Crow designed it and made it for me. And it's just one of my most valued and prized possessions because she's just such an incredibly talented lady and a beautiful soul. And it's a very, very special piece of kit, this. So it has to come out every week. All right, so we've got our card number 1. I'm just going to do 2 cards for this week because I want to spend more time on the interactive. So we're just going to talk about collective energies for the first part of the week and then the second half of the week. Excuse that card looking really raggedy. I dropped water, spilt water on them, and this is what happens to them when you do that. So don't do that, okay? And to those of you who want to know what cards I'm using for our weekly messages, it's the Angel Tarot deck by Radley Valentine. Another beautiful soul. Okay, so first half of the week energies after this Scorpio new moon. And we're going to be heading into Sagittarius season later in the week. So it's going to be Saturday or Sunday, depending on where you are in the world, that we move into Sagittarius season. So we'll look at that second card and see what the fiery season of Sagittarius is bringing us. But as we finish up in Scorpio season, oh, look at this. I love to see this card coming out, particularly when we've been going through some rough times. And I think all over the world, collectively, all of us can say in one breath that this has been a tough year. Now, toughness, it never breaks us, it makes us. But while we're going through it with our face down in that dirt, because that's what it feels like, isn't it? Face down, I surrender. Can't do any more. You pushed me over, universe. There I am, lying face down. That is when you suddenly get your power, extra dose of power. You didn't think you could get back up, but you rise up, you almost levitate up. And this card is the acknowledgement of that. So it's saying to us, we've been through tough times, loves, haven't we? And you may be feeling those feels, you know, like I am face down in the dirt. I can't go on. And this is where you are going to get rebooted, recharged. The sun's going to come out. This is where somebody's going to put that charger into you and you're suddenly going to feel that jolt of electricity. And you're suddenly going to feel as though I'm at the end of that phase, that cycle. I know what it was teaching me. I'm embracing those changes. I was fighting, I was resisting them, and then I gave into them. And I went with the flow and I lay there. And that, in that moment of surrender, that is when you truly claimed your power, my loves. So I'm there with you, whatever you've been going through, whatever you may still be going through. We are claiming our right for things to get better now. And look at those unicorns. They're escaping. They were stuck in the forest. They didn't know where they were headed. They were in a mess. They were in a jumble. And now they are able to let go of. Maybe there was something that you were stuck on, addicted to. You were resisting, and you had your hand grasped around something so tightly, and you could not relinquish it. And then you suddenly went, I'm just letting go. And that in that moment, that's when you felt that power surging through you. So high fives to you, everybody, because we're coming out of this now, which is wonderful, isn't it? Okay, there's so many of you joining. I will come back and say hello. I will scroll back through, but I'm just going to get on with the messages because I'm feeling like I'm in flow now. So the second message is taking us out of the very last degrees of Scorpio season, of the sun being in Scorpio. Julie, thank you. You are a sweetheart. And what is that last breaths of Scorpio season giving us as we head on to the middle and the end of the week of the 16th, the week commencing the 16th of November? Mysteries being solved, okay? This is a very powerful card. We've got some very powerful energy going on this week. So we have the moon with Archangel Haniel, and we've had this powerful new moon in Scorpio. Now, normally new moons are quite a jolly affair. They're a time for us to think about all the things that we want to bring into our lives, to make wishes, to feel hopeful. When you have a Scorpio new moon, when you have these watery new moons in water signs, they can feel so intense. And I always feel like new moons in the water signs, particularly Scorpio, is more about the releasing and the letting go of things, so that your cosmic basket can have some kind of clearance and some kind of empty spaces to bring the new things in. But it's hard because we have to dig deep to let go. We have to do a lot of purging, and it's purging that we don't want to do. It's usually those nasty places that we're afraid of venturing into. So this is the last the last kind of courageous act of introspection, and the moon is asking us to really go inwards. There's a lot of soul searching. You know, at the moment we may feel as though we are in the middle of the stream like Haniel. We may feel like we're bound. You know, she's got something wrapped around her. It's like she's standing tethered to this post. And she's looking back, and all she can see is this wolf. She's seeing the bad stuff, and she's like, I don't want to move forward, because I feel like if I'm going to move forward, I'm going to have to face my fears again. I might meet those wolves again. But then you might meet this amazing collie dog that is going to be a really faithful companion. You might meet the very best of yourself on the other side of that stream. So it's where we look back in fear, where we, you know, I said about Scorpio season is very much about going to our dark side, going to our shadow, really confronting our fears and moving past them. And then when we do that, we're rewarded with the very high vibrational, very fiery, goal-orientated energy of Sagittarius, who then says, okay, you've done all that dark stuff. Let's get to frivolity. Let's get to expansion, growth, and let's enjoy life. Let's experience those things that we haven't experienced before and be no longer afraid of that growth, but let's embrace it. So this is the final push this week, my loves, I feel. We're nearly there because, you know, the 10 signifies endings, coming to the end of this difficult phase. And number 9 is nearly being there. It's that final push. If you think about 9 months of gestation for having a baby, you know, it's the labour. We're in labour at the moment, and we will give birth to some wonderful things. So thank you, angels, for those lovely messages. That is so powerful, isn't it? All right, so some of you were saying you like the backdrop. I'm just going to show you a little bit more of the backdrop. So we've got my colour changing angel there. We've got these lovely candle holders that look like a forest, the trees. Isn't that pretty? So I thought I'd like those today for you. So have you chosen, have you made your choice of which selenite you'd like? So we've got number 1 is the wand, the beautiful wand. It looks like a lightsaber when I do that. Look at that. Ooh. Got a siren going past. Then we have optical selenite. She's got that sort of ridgy bit, but then it's got this very clear. Now this one is a bit milky normally. The optical selenite that I was selling with some kits previously was absolutely crystal clear. I kept this one because it's imperfect, and I didn't want to send it to somebody with it being imperfect, but you know how I like my crystals to be imperfect, so it suits me down to the ground. Kind of reminds me of me, perfectly imperfect. And then this is our number 3, which is the selenite generator point. This is a hefty old beast. It's lovely though, isn't it? All right, so which one did you go for? And while you're choosing, I'm just going to say hi to Trish Enright, Angela McNeil, A Bright Heart, hello there, Maria Bianchi. Thank you for all your lovely memes and emojis that you send me. I do appreciate those. Let's see, is there anybody I've missed? Rosemary Colley. Julie Hans says, have you been doing DIY? My poor thumb. Yes, I have. You noticed that. I'm always doing some DIY. I've always got really raggedy hands. And Angela McNeil dreamt about a wolf last night. Oh, there you go. Cookie McDermott is here. Petula Lockhart, Tricia Coyle, hello darlings. And Nikki Whitfield, Karen Nicholas, Dawn Saunderson. Sonia Anders, did I say hi to you? I can't remember. Robin Teller, Jean Lamiman, Raquel Johns. Good morning, everyone. And Moira Speed, I don't know if I said hello to you, but anyway, I'm saying hello twice. Jennifer Sylvia's here with us as well. Right, let's get on with your messages. Okay, so if you chose the wand, the beautiful wand. Now, wands are all about sending our intention through the wand to make something happen. Now in this case, I feel like it's healing. So maybe you have been going through an intense period of healing. Fiona Potter, good morning. And Maybe you need some healing. Maybe you've been concentrating on doing some healing. Maybe it's a very healing time for you, Sarah Graves. And this wand, choosing this wand, means that you are on the way to receiving that healing that you so definitely need. So, and healing can, you know, we talk about healing and we think, oh, isn't it lovely? It can be really, really painful, can't it? Because we're literally, sometimes we're actually going deep into something to pull something out, and then the wound is created and it hurts. So, and then there's a void, there's an empty space. So anybody who's going through any healing, if you've chosen number 1 with the wand, the wand is sending you extra magical healing. So pop that down there. Let us see what is in your goodie bag today. So first of all, you have a jewel. Now this jewel represents you, and it is like the Buddha says, you know, we all have a jewel inside of ourselves, and we're trying to find it because we've got all of this stuff that's been heaped on top of us throughout our lives. And we're trying to get to that clarity, trying to get to that purity. And selenite represents that purity and healing all of the stuff that's been dumped upon you. Now, you asked to experience that stuff, so part of that was you, and you on a soul level saying, okay, give me this stuff in this lifetime, I want to know it, I want to learn from it. But it can make us feel like we're lost for a lot of the time, and you may be feeling lost at the moment, but you are going to get clarity. That's what this beautiful jewel is telling you. Let's use it as a card holder next. It's got a little slit in it. These are actually wedding favours, wedding accessories. So your card from my Oracle of Wisdom and Beauty is, oh, look at this. You are on the up and you are heading towards the light. Yes, you are. Look, we've got this theme of white, purity, hope, ascension, and turning from the duckling into the swan. So did you notice, when was the last time you looked? Did you see how beautifully white your feathers have become? Maybe you're still walking around thinking you're the duckling, but no, you are the swan. And you need to take note of that, because life is going upwards for you. And also, this signifies winter. This signifies the period of winter with the snowflakes. And so this is you moving to lighter, brighter times, higher. And Sarah's just noticed that it's card 43 and there's literally 44 people watching, and now there's 43 again. So serendipity, eh? But the 43, when we add 4 and 3 together, is 7, and that's about purpose. That's about you knowing your purpose and rising up to that purpose. Now, I have got one other thing inside your little pink pouch, but I'm going to come back to that. I'm going to go move on to the next one. So if you chose the optical selenite. Now, optical selenite is different to, it still has the same properties as normal selenite, but it is layers and layers of clear selenite, and it is actually used as windows. You can do that. Can you imagine having a window made of selenite or made of optical selenite? So the basilica in Saint Sabina in Rome actually has a selenite window instead of stained glass. They have selenite. So if you ever get a chance to go visit that place, I did not know, when I went to Rome, I did not know that there was this place. I've got to go back now to see the selenite, optical selenite window. So you chose this because the meaning of it is about being able to see through something. Or, Maria, you're making me blush. Being able to see through. Now, it's not completely clear, the selenite, so you may have to be patient. This is a stone of patience. You chose this today because your angels are saying, we've got this, we've got you, we're holding you up. We're helping and supporting you as you patiently wait for things to magnify, to materialize in your life. And you're going to be so glad when you see what's on the other side of this. But we're putting these layers in place. So allow us to do that work for you. Allow that window to be created so that you can then see what's on the other side of it. Okay, so isn't that a lovely message? So for you, whoops, that wand wants to make a lot of noise. your little gem today is the pink one, so it's double pink. Isn't that beautiful? So your pink crystal is saying to you, this is all about the heart chakra. It's about what does your heart want. Maybe you've been sending heartfelt wishes out to your angels. Have you been making wishes? Jan Armstrong, have you? And if you have, if this is what your heart wants, your heart is going to get what it wants, but it has to be patient. So we can't have toddler tantrums. We can't throw our toys out of the pram and start shouting at the universe and going, where's my stuff, where's my wish? We can't micromanage the universe. We have to be as gentle as the pink on this little crystal. And we have to allow whatever is coming to be. Now you might have asked for love as well. You might have asked for more romantic love in your life. And that is an indicator that that's on its way. So your angels are helping to do the cosmic matchmaking, and all you have to do is believe that that will all become clear. They're putting the layers in place, okay? Trust. So let's move that to the back there and see what your card is. There's another card in there, but we'll come back to that one. Oh, look at this. So this is all about hang on to those wishes. Hang on to those wishes, Sonia Anders, that George Clooney might be on his way. Now, I think he's married with twins. So somebody is as equally as good or better than George Clooney. Okay? So, you know, just keep on wishing. And that is such a powerful card because it's all about those new beginnings. The new beginnings of it, being able to experience what your heart wants. It says start creating the future of your dreams. This new moon in Scorpio has challenged you to the hilt, to the max, has pushed you to your limits, but it's gone. You've survived. You come out the other side of it, and now we're going to start bringing the goodness. So just you wait for Sagittarius season, because it's going to bring lots of love into your life, romantic and all the best kinds of love, okay? So just wait and see. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so number 3, let's move on to our third one, which is the selenite tower. How lovely is this? Fiona, yes, it does build on yesterday's messages. We had an angelic circle new moon gathering yesterday, and we had lots of lovely messages from Archangel Jeremiah, who's the angel who is the Scorpio angel, who's helping us to reboot, to review our life and to renew our life through all of these things, these challenging times. So this tower is all about what are you building. So any kind of tower shape, any kind of generator shape has the 4 sides. So we know that anything that has 4 sides has a very, very strong foundation. So then we can build upwards and ascend to whatever our intentions are, magnifying our intentions because we've got the base in place. So if you chose number 3, this could be very much about home. This could be very much about you having spent a lot of time this year building very strong foundations that are then helping you to ascend. So you might have been feeling like, gosh, I've been doing all this work for so long. I'm just getting really sick of it now. But you just don't know how much strength this has put beneath you in order for you to go higher, because we don't want something that's wibbly wobbly because it'll just fall down and then you'll have to start all over again. So you don't want to do that. So that is the message with the selenite generator. It's about what are you dreaming about, but you had to put the hard work in first. We had to put the grunt work, the effort to be able to aspire to the pinnacle. But also the other message with this selenite generator point is not to be focused just on that, but to enjoy the progress, to really see the progress that you've made, to really give yourself a big pat on the back, because that's what your angels are doing for you. They're going, haven't you done well? And when you're just focusing on that, you don't see all of this underneath. So your little crystal is the blue one. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. It looks like the colours of the ocean. So this is all of the emotion that you've put into everything that you've wanted to achieve. This is the depths. You know, when we look at emotion, when we look at the ocean, it's very, very still underneath. But there's all this passionate movement going up on top. So you will, you have to dive deep first. You have to get emotional in order to reap all of the benefits of everything on the surface. And there's so much power in the depths of the ocean, so much power in that. This is also about your soul's calling. So very soon you're going to be very much clearer about what it is that you are here to do on the next step of the pathway. So this is an important time for you to really pay attention to any messages that are being delivered to you or through you, and you're going to get signs and signals everywhere. You might hear a piece of music that gives you an important message. You might overhear a conversation that somebody says something and you go, oh, that's made me think about something. So this happened to me. I got a message delivered, because I chose number 3 actually. I got a message delivered by somebody on Facebook posting something, and I suddenly thought, oh, and then I did follow through on it. So it's amazing how the universe works and our angels work through us with messages that others are delivering. They're like a channel. Okay. Now there's a beautiful blackbird that has just landed in the tree on the bough in front of my window. And so, oh, there's another one. There's 2 of them. So this is a really important message. I always pay attention to these signals. The blackbird is the messenger because it's singing its song. So I feel as though you're going to get delivered a very, very important message soon. But it's going to come in a way that you're not expecting. It's going to come through somebody else channeling that message to you. So your Oracle of Wisdom and Beauty card is, oh, look at that. Now, I didn't look at these cards, but look, you've got the blue jewel. I love serendipity. Oh, yes. This is Archangel Michael. Now, he's the guardian. He's the guardian of the throat chakra, of our bravery and courage to be able to be ourselves, our authentic self, and to move towards the light, to be that glistening jewel of authenticity and not to worry what other people think of you. And we've got 44 watches again. Oh my gosh, you can't make this up, can you, loves? So he's saying, be you, be the real you, and just, be brave. Cut the cords with the past. Remember these 2 cards that we had? These are for you as well, all of you. Where we are, we're getting rid of things. We're letting go. We're just resigning ourselves. We're letting go of fears to move forwards to all of the beautiful and bountiful things that are awaiting us on the other side of the river. Oh yes, we're untethering ourselves, my loves, and it's going to feel so good. It might feel scary, but you got this. Okay. All right, now let's move back to pouch number 1. And this is your affirmation card. Are you ready? The affirmations of wisdom and, of love and light. I've got so many products, I forget what they call them, my loves. I am exactly where I need to be, and you are ascending to the light. You are exactly where you need to be. So if you've been feeling a little bit like, oh, I needed this healing, going through this healing, that's okay, because you're exactly where you need to be, and you're getting exactly what you deserve is coming your way. So never feel like you've been forgotten, or that your angels are, that they're not giving you everything that you're asking for, because they are. It's just in divine timing. Number 2, your message of love and light is, my life is an exciting adventure. Yes, look at that. You're creating new things. You might have been feeling stuck. You might be wanting love, romance, new things coming into your life, and you might have been waiting and waiting and waiting, because remember that optical selenite was all about the patience. But you're going to feel that excitement and adventure coming up. I feel like 2021's your year, And then number 3, you have a message of love and light. There is no shortage of time. So you know how sometimes we're hurrying and we're rushing and we're feeling like, oh, I'm not going to be able to do everything that I want to do. I'm running out of time. I'm getting older. Or You know, because this is a message all about your purpose. Sometimes we think, I can't make a big life change or a career change. I can't do something new because I'm too old. I've missed the boat. It's too late. I'm running out of time. You're not. You're not at all, because you've got enough time to do whatever you want to do. My friend completely changed career paths at 51, and I was so proud of her. And you know, I always tell the story of Louise Hay, who was the founder of Hay House Publishing, who published these angel cards that I'm using in the reading. And she did not start that whole empire. She started writing the book You Can Heal Your Life when she was 60. And in the last 30 years of her life, the last 35 years of her life, she really created something incredible that has this worldwide impact. And it still continues long after she's no longer with us, but her impact is still felt all over the world. So, you know, you've got enough time to do whatever it is that you want to do, and that's a message for all of us. Okay, so those are our messages today. Aren't they beautiful? I'm just going to leave them there for you to look at and absorb. And I wish you a wonderful week. I wish you a wonderful day. Now, this week I'm going to be sharing with you some Christmas gift ideas. So you might just want to invest in them for yourself. You might want to order them for gifts for people. But I've got a few things that I want to show you, do a little Christmas showcase this week. I might go live later today and show you a few bits and pieces. But anyway, you take care. I hope you've enjoyed the messages today. And stay safe and well and blessed. And wishing you all the very best, my loves. Bye for now.